Hello children, I hope you are feeling happy and strong. Welcome to this special English hour where we will learn lots of new things and have lots of fun. Are you excited? Let's get started. Now, let's start our day with a fun activity. For today's activity, I have a few riddle questions for you. Let's get started. My first riddle for you is, can you tell me which is that thing that falls down but never goes up? Can you try guessing what it is? Yes, it is rain. Now, let's move to my second riddle. Can you tell me which is the month throughout the year that has 28 days and more? The correct are the months. I hope you all got this one right. Now, my third riddle for you is, can you tell me the word which is spelled wrong in the dictionary? Yes, it is the word wrong itself. I hope all of you enjoyed these riddles. Children, do you like going to your school? I am sure we all love to go to our school. But because of coronavirus, we are not able to go to our schools. And I'm sure we all miss going to our schools. Can you tell me what are the things that you do in school? We play, we learn, and we have lots of fun. Now, can you tell me what are the things that you miss when you are not going to school? We miss our teachers, we miss studying our favorite subject, and we miss our classmates. Now, can you tell me how do you travel to school? क्या आप बता सकते हो कि आप स्कूल कैसे जाते हो? Yes, some of us who stay close to the school come walking. Some of us take a bus or a taxi or a rickshaw, or some of us also ride our bicycles to the school. Can you tell me what are the things that we see on our way to school? We see lots of shops, we see lots of trees, and we also see a lot of houses. Now, let's learn some new words. Respect, respect, respect. We should all respect our elders. Melodies, melodies, melodies. Early in the morning, we get to hear sweet melodies from the birds. Muslin, muslin, muslin. Muslin is a soft cloth. Fragrant, fragrant, fragrant. The flowers are fragrant. Foliage, foliage, foliage. The forest is covered with green foliage. Let's do a quick fun activity. In this activity, you will see a list of everyday occasions. What you need to do is take a look at these occasions and try to write the things that you would experience using your 5 senses. अब आपको आपके स्क्रीन पे कुछ दिन के ओकेजन्स दिखाई देंगे. आपको इन ओकेजन्स को देखना है और अपने नोटबुक्स में ये लिखना है कि आपको इन ओकेजन्स में आपके 5 इंद्रियों से क्या एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है. Are we ready? Let's get started. Children, were you able to describe your feelings or emotions? I tried to write my feelings using 2 of my 5 senses. Let's have a look. The first occasion is very early morning or before sunrise. Now, here I can describe my 2 senses. What you see, I see a dark sky, but there is a tinge of sunrise. What you hear, I hear the birds. They are just waking up. Next, early morning, at or a little after sunrise. Here, what I see is bright orange sky. What I hear, more number of birds. There are also a few vehicles on the street, especially bicycles. There are children who are going to school. There is hustle bustle in kitchen where mothers are working and children are getting ready to go to school. What you feel or touch, usually it is a bit cold. What you smell, I smell breakfast being prepared. Now, at the time of school prayer and assembly, what you see, I see teachers and students standing in assembly. What you hear, I hear students reciting songs. Now, let's move to the next occasion. Lunchtime, at home or at a function. What you see, I see a meal in front of me. I eat roti, sabzi, dal and rice. What you taste, I taste delicious sabzi and roti. I also taste a little spicy dal and rice. What you smell, I smell the amazing fragrance of the spices used in the food. Now, the next occasion is on the playground before sunset or at sunset. What you see, I see a lot of children playing on the ground. They are playing different types of games. What you hear, I hear excited children screaming with joy. What you feel, I feel hot because I am exhausted. And now the final one, that is bedtime. Here what I see is the moon. I have the habit of peeping outside my window before going to bed. So I see the moon. What I hear the sounds of some insects. What you taste, before going to bed, I don't eat anything. I brush my teeth and go to bed. Children, this is how I feel in my surrounding using 5 of my senses. Were you able to do the same? I hope you were. Now, let's read a wonderful poem from our textbook. I will read the poem and you point at the words in the book. If you don't have a textbook, listen to me carefully. मैं अभी आपको आपके टेक्स्ट बुक से एक पोएम सुनाऊंगी. इस पोएम का नाम है चिल्ड्रन आर गोइंग टू स्कूल. मैं ये कविता पढ़ूंगी और मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैं जब ये कविता पढ़ रही हूँ तब आप अपने टेक्स्ट बुक में उन वर्ड्स को पॉइंट कीजिए. अगर आपके पास टेक्स्ट बुक नहीं है तो आप मुझे गौर से सुनिए. मॉर्निंग लाइट स्प्रेड्स ओवर द अर्थ. वंस अगेन the sky bows his head in respect, for children are going to school. The sun, after his morning dip in the river, dressed up in his golden muslin turban, waits and smiles on one side of the road, for the children are going to school. Children, when I was a kid, I used to go to school in the morning. It used to look so pretty and fresh all around. In this stanza, the poet is saying that it's early in the morning when the sun is spreading its light all over the earth and it's showing respect. वो आदर कर रहे हैं. The poet gives a beautiful description of the sun dipping in the river and being dressed up by wearing a golden muslin turban and waiting to see the children going to their school. सुबह वातावरण बहुत ही प्रसन्न रहता है. प्रकृति भी बहुत सुंदर दिखती है. कवि ने प्रकृति को सुंदर कहा है और वो कह रहे हैं कि सुबह के वक्त बच्चे पाठशाला जा रहे हैं. Through the green topped branches, breezes sing their songs of blessings. Fragrant flowers awaken the sleepy roads with their melodies. At the corner of the lane, the people in his lush deep foliage waves his hands, for children are going to school. Here, the poet is saying that the branches of the trees are covered with green leaves and sweet breezes are singing songs for children to give them their blessings. The flowers are awakening the roads with their fragrance and their melodies. All these activities are done to make the children feel good while going to school. At the corner of the lane, the leaves of the peepal tree are welcoming the children by waving his hands to the children going to school. प्रकृति पाठशाला जाने वाले बच्चों का स्वागत कर रही है. Angels of light have set out. Every road is agleam. At this hour, every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart. Time, sitting on an old roof, flies pigeons in the sky. For children are going to school. The poet is trying to say here, everywhere there is brightness and it seems like angels of light have come out on the roads, making the roads bright. The poet is also comparing nature with mother, and he explains that just like a mother's heart throbs for its child, every particle of earth gives a warm welcome. It welcomes all the kids the same way. The birds are also flying in the sky. All these actions are done when children are going to school. कवि यहाँ कह रहे हैं कि बच्चों के लिए हर जगह पे उजाला है. In this poem, the poet has given nature human-like qualities like waving hands, giving blessings and singing. Wasn't it an amazing poem? Now, let's do an activity. In this activity, you will see the poem on the screen. What you have to do is find out verbs from the poem with the suffix s to it. In the last session, we learned what suffixes and prefixes are. Do you remember what verbs are? Verbs are action words. I will give you a few examples. Eating, dancing, running, writing, reading are a few examples of verbs. These are words where we are doing actions. Now, I will repeat. You have to find such verbs from the poem with the suffixes s. I will give you an example. The word spreads is an example of a verb with the suffix s. Now, I would request you to try and find other such words. Were you able to get all the verbs? Let's find out. The answers are spreads, bows, waits, smiles, waves, throbs, flies. Now, let's do another activity. In the poem, we see that apart from the children, no other human being is mentioned. But the poet has given human qualities to non-living things. Let's do an activity around this. You will see the poem on the screen and I will tell you names of a few non-living things. What you need to do is take a look at the poem and the list of non-living things. You need to find out the actions that these non-living things are doing in the poem. Sounds easy? अभी आपको आपके स्क्रीन पे कविता दिखेगी. इस कविता के साथ पोएम में मेंशन किए गए कुछ चीजों के नाम भी दिखेंगे. ये चीजें नॉन लिविंग है. आपको इन नॉन लिविंग चीजों को कविता में क्या करते हुए मेंशन किया गया है ये लिखना है. Let's give it a try. You have 20 seconds for this activity. Children, were you able to solve this activity? Let's have a look. The first word that we see is the sky. Can you all guess what is the action that the sky is doing? The sky bows his head in respect. Next is the sun. And what is the action that the sun is doing? Sun takes a dip in the river, dressed up in his golden muslin turban, waits and smiles on one side of the road. Here, the sun is taking a bath in the river. Sun is a non-living object, but he is doing an activity that a living being does. Then he dresses up, which is also a human quality. Next, we have the breezes. What is the human quality of them? They are singing their songs of blessing. Next, we have fragrant flowers. Can you tell me what are they doing? Fragrant flowers are awakening the sleepy roads with their melodies. Next is the people. The people is given the human quality of waving his hands. Next is every particle of the earth. Every particle of the earth is given the human quality of throbbing. It says throbs like a mother's heart. So children, these were the human qualities mentioned in the poem for natural elements. Were you able to solve this activity? I hope you were. Now it's time for you to sit back and relax while I tell you a story. When I was in school, I loved dancing and I used to participate in many dancing competitions. I have also won many dancing competitions. What do you like? Do you like singing? Do you like dancing? Or is it something else that you like? Today's story is about Anuradha, who loves to dance and she is eagerly waiting to do the Bihu dance. The name of the story is Anuradha Dances the Bihu and it is written by Rajesh Khar. Anuradha is really excited about Bihu. She cannot hold her excitement. She is as excited as the weather. Anuradha collects white wild orchids to put in her hair and she colors her lips using the flowers of Brahmaturi plant. Anuradha borrows a pair of Mekhala Chador from Reema auntie and her sister lends her Gamkharus and Golpata. Do you know what Gamkharus is? Gamkharus is an armlet and Golpata is a neck choker. Anuradha is very excited as she hears the sound of dhols. When she hears this sound, she starts running out of her house. But when she goes out of her house, she sees that there are no dhols. What she sees is thundering from the sky up above and it starts raining. This makes Anuradha very sad. Seeing Anuradha sad, her Coco or her grandfather asks her as to why is she feeling so sad. And Anuradha says that she is feeling sad because it's raining. To this, her grandfather smiles and says, "This is the weather of howling winds and rains." Hearing this, Anuradha feels even more sad. She asks her grandfather if he could do anything so that the winds go away. To this, her grandfather asks her to keep a comb and a mirror on the pira outside. Do you know what a pira is? A pira is a small stool. When Anuradha hears her grandfather's advice, she also asks her other family members. Her Aita, who is her grandmother, tells her that this does work, but she should also place a red chili and pierce a bamboo stick in it. And if she does that, the sun would come rising. Her dato and her ma also give her advice, but Anuradha is still not convinced. Anuradha covers her head with pochu leaves and she goes out to meet her friends. When she meets her friends, she tells them everything that she learned. Her friends listen to her and they tell her that the rain, the winds and the bihu all are a part of nature. So even if these things don't work, they can still dance the bihu in the rain. Anuradha and her friends try out all the things. But it still doesn't stop raining. Anuradha keeps staring at the puddle of rainwater. And suddenly the clouds are moving, the wind stops howling and it stops raining. Now the sun is out. This makes Anuradha very happy and she starts dressing herself in her bihu clothes. Anuradha dances the bihu merrily with her friends and Pepa accompanying her for music. I hope you liked today's story. Now, I would like to end this session with a beautiful quote. If you believe in yourself, the entire world will believe in you too. I hope you had fun in today's session and I will see you in our next session. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.